Hey Reddit. I never thought I'd be in a position to write something like this, but here I am. I, 28F, have been married to my husband, 31M, for almost 7 years. We have 2 beautiful children together, a 2-year-old and a 6-month-old. To say that life has been exhausting lately is an understatement. Between sleepless nights, diaper changes, and trying to balance everything else, I feel like I've lost myself. Recently, I was using our shared computer, and something made my stomach drop. His search history showed he had been Googling things like reasons why husbands fall out of love with their wives and signs your marriage is over. I felt my heart sink. I didn't know whether to cry, confront him, or pretend I hadn't seen it. But I couldn't ignore it. Our relationship hasn't been great lately. I've been feeling isolated, lonely, and unattractive. I tried expressing this to him not long ago, hoping for some reassurance or support. His response: "It's normal for mums your age. There's nothing I can do. You're a mum now. You just have to get over it." That stung. And yet I tried to rationalize it. Maybe he was just tired. Maybe he didn't know how to help. But now, after seeing those searches, I'm questioning everything. Is he already out the door? Is this my fault? What do I do now? I decided to sit on the information for a couple of days. I wanted to approach this rationally and not out of sheer emotion. But as the days went on, the distance between us became clearer. He came home later than usual, barely engaged with me or the kids, and seemed more irritable. I began to wonder, has he already fallen out of love? One night, after the kids were asleep, I decided I couldn't hold it in anymore. I confronted him. "Hey, can we talk?" I asked, my voice shaky. He looked up from his phone, uninterested. "About what?" I took a deep breath. "I saw your search history." His entire body tensed. "What are you talking about?" "I saw what you were Googling. About falling out of love. About marriage being over." For a long time he said nothing. Then, after what felt like an eternity, he let out a sigh. "So what if I did?" That hit me like a ton of bricks. My heart pounded. "So, you don't love me anymore?" He rubbed his temples. "I don't know. Things haven't felt the same. You've changed. I've changed. I feel like I don't even know you anymore." Tears welled in my eyes. "I've changed because I'm a mother now. Because I spend my days taking care of our kids, our home, you, and I feel like I get nothing in return." "I never asked you to do all that," he shot back. "You act like I don't feel anything, like I don't have problems. I feel resentful all the time, like I'm the bad guy no matter what I do." I was stunned. Resentful? Had he been holding this in all along? A week after our confrontation, I noticed he had been more secretive with his phone, late-night notifications, smirks at messages he wouldn't show me. Was there someone else? In my search for answers, I started reflecting on myself. Had I really lost who I was? I decided to start therapy and reconnect with the things that used to make me happy. Our children were absorbing everything. My 2-year-old started asking, "Why is Daddy mad?" That was my breaking point. Whatever was happening between us, we couldn't let it affect them. One night, after another argument, I finally snapped. "Do you even want to fix this?" He hesitated. "I don't know." I swallowed the lump in my throat. "Then maybe we need time apart." His eyes widened. "You're saying divorce?" "I'm saying separation," I corrected, "because I can't keep living like this. If you don't want this marriage, say it. But I deserve better than to sit here wondering every day." Silence filled the room. He looked away, but his shoulders slumped in a way that told me he was breaking too. The next few weeks were hard. We agreed to counselling, but it wasn't an easy road. He admitted he had been texting a coworker. Nothing physical, but emotional support he hadn't been giving me. It felt like a betrayal, but also a wake-up call. Through therapy, we uncovered a lot. His resentment, my exhaustion, the fact that we had both been running on empty. We weren't in love the way we once were, but was it gone completely? We weren't sure. Some days it felt like we were making progress. Others, it felt like we were going through the motions. But one thing was certain. I would never settle for feeling unloved again. So where do we stand now? We're trying. But for the first time, I know that I deserve happiness too. And if that means walking away one day, I will. Because love is a two-way street. And if I have to convince someone to love me, then maybe it's already over.